Jungle Book 1, Wolf Rock. It's nice out today. Loulou and Lou are sitting together in the sandbox.
Loulou,
Lou asks curiously.
you told me the other day about a boy you know, Mowgli?
Oh, Mowgli. Yes, I know him, but only from a story, replies Loulou.
Oh, from a story. Will you tell it to me?
Asks Lou.
Of course, little Lou,
says Loulou.
Once upon a time, there was a boy named Mowgli. He was just like you and me, but he lived with the animals in the jungle. In the jungle? Can people really live there?
Asks Lou.
Yes, Lou, people sure do live in the jungle. But Mowgli was special because he was all alone among the animals,
explains Loulou.
Well, he wasn't completely alone. He had his animal family to protect him. This is how it happened.
Father and Mother Wolf were lying in their nest one morning, in the small cave near Wolf Rock. Just before the sun came up, Father Wolf, named Bapa, got up. Is it time to hunt already? Asked the Mother Wolf, named Raksha. Yes, indeed, Bapa answered. Food in the jungle is getting more scarce since the humans moved closer to us. That's why it's better if I hunt in the morning, too. That's true, said Raksha. Go quickly. I'll make sure we get to Wolf Rock on time, she said. At that moment, the sly jackal came walking up. Hello, Mother and Father Wolf, have you heard? Have you heard? What jackal? Asked Raksha, annoyed. The jackal grinned wickedly and said, Our good tiger Shere Khan has changed his hunting grounds, and I've heard he will hunt near here from tonight on. He can't do that, Raksha said angrily. That's against the laws of the jungle. He can't just change his territory without letting us know, she said sternly. Well, said the jackal, tell that to Shere Khan tonight. And the jackal disappeared. Evening fell, and the wolves were angry and tense. Many wolf families had new pups, and with Shere Khan, you never knew. Soon, the wolves heard a roar nearby and decided to stay safe with their little ones in the caves. But that meant no dinner tonight, as they couldn't hunt outside. Shere Khan wouldn't hunt humans, would he? Raksha asked Bapa, afraid that it would cause trouble with the humans. I hope he knows that's very foolish. The laws of the jungle stated that humans should not be hunted. When humans got angry, they were the most dangerous. That tiger better not get any ideas, said Bapa firmly. Shere Khan roared again in the distance. If you ask me, it sounds like he missed his prey, Bapa said. Everyone, stay well inside the cave tonight. Then it was dead silent, until there was a rustling sound in the bushes. Something's coming, whispered Raksha. Suddenly, a small boy stood right at the entrance of the cave. With his big eyes, he looked at the wolves without a hint of fear. A cub? A human cub? Bapa said, surprised. He's not afraid at all, said Raksha. The little boy immediately crawled into the cave and lay down amongst the other little wolf cubs. Look at him, so small and without fur, said Raksha. But what do we do with him? Could he be dangerous? Asked Bappa worriedly. Such a little one. He can't do any harm. I'll call him Mowgli. That means little frog. And with that, Raksha had already decided to accept Mowgli, the human cub, into her pack. And then suddenly, roaring, cracking branches. Here comes our favorite cat, said Bappa angrily. Shere Khan wanted to storm into the cave, but his broad shoulders didn't fit through the narrow entrance. Thank goodness. Raksha, where are you hiding the human child? Said Shere Khan meanly. Shere Khan, we have some things to discuss. Why do you no longer follow the laws of the jungle? Raksha said fiercely. Ah, Raksha, what does it matter? Said Shere Khan slyly, panting as he stood at the entrance of the cave. Give me that human cub and you'll be rid of me. I don't think so, Shere Khan, said Bappa sternly. That human cub has done nothing wrong, and you'll stay away from him. One day he will stand up to you and defeat you. Then we will be rid of you, once and for all. Arrgh! Shere Khan roared angrily. We'll see about that. If you really want to raise that cub, the rest of the wolf pack will have to agree. And you're far from that. Arrgh! And with that, Shere Khan disappeared from the cave entrance. Well, said Bappa to Raksha, he's right about that. Mowgli will have to go to Wolf Rock first. Raksha nodded her head with a concerned look. The next morning, the wolves gathered early at Wolf Rock to discuss matters. What Shere Khan is doing is unacceptable. There's chaos in the jungle.
That tiger had better be careful,
came the voices from all sides. Mowgli was there too, playing with some pebbles. He didn't notice that the wolves were watching him intently. And the human cub? What do we do with him? Asked one of the wolves. Akela, the leader of the wolves, stepped forward. Well, he's still very small. He can barely walk on 2 legs, he said. But I can't decide. The majority vote will determine it. Unfortunately, the majority vote didn't help much. There were exactly as many wolves for as there were against the idea of taking Mowgli into the pack. Then, Bear Baloo stepped forward, the only non-wolf allowed to decide. He said, "Oh, let's keep the human cub. What else do you suggest we do? Send him back into the jungle all alone? That's not nice, is it?" Then the Black Panther, Bagheera, jumped forward. I know I don't get a vote, but I agree with Baloo. And think how useful a human cub can be on the side of the animals later. Especially now that we have our hands full with that annoying tiger. The wolves agreed with that. And so, Mowgli became part of the family. 10 years went by quickly, while Mowgli grew up in his new family. His wolf parents, Bappa and Raksha, raised him with lots of love. And Baloo and Bagheera were always by his side. He was often found with Baloo near the beehives. Hey Mowgli, time for some honey. Hand me that stick.
Baloo, you're going to get stung again. I'm going to the water. Good luck.
Aw, Mowgli, come on, don't spoil the fun. Here goes. Swish! The stick flew through the air and hit, thud, the beehive. Bagheera came walking up. When he saw what was happening, he groaned, Why do those two always cause trouble when they're together? And quickly turned away. Bzzz, buzzed the bees. They were angry and came chasing after Mowgli from all sides.
Baloo, look what you've done,
he shouted. Baloo roared with laughter as only bears can. Through Baloo and Bagheera, Mowgli learned the laws of the jungle. Those two, along with the wolf pack, made sure Mowgli had a true family in the jungle. It's a good thing Mowgli got to stay with the wolves and not with that scary tiger, says Lou.
That's right, little Lou. Mowgli got to stay there safe and sound,
says Loulou. But, Loulou, are there really tigers like that? Maybe under my bed?
No, don't be silly. There aren't any there at all.
So, we don't have to worry then? Asks Lou softly.
Nope. The laws of the jungle say that humans should be left alone, so that's that,
Loulou answers. Okay then, sighs Lou in relief. But just to be safe, I'll build a sandcastle outside in the sandbox so big that it can keep tigers out. That was very handy, of course. Just to be safe. Listen to what happens next with Mowgli in the jungle in part 2 of the Jungle Book, Monkey Business.